The scorching summer of 1986 in Mexico. It was the year Maradona's tango dances captivated the world. But it also marked a thoughtful turning point for Polish football, a team emerging from the shadow of the golden generation of 1974 and 1982. In the summer of 1986, the Polish national team wrote a proud final chapter in an era at the World Cup. With their calculated play, solid defense, and reliance on exceptional individual players, they dramatically progressed through the group stage before being eliminated in the round of 16 by a dominant Brazil. It was an incredible journey for those carrying the hopes of a nation undergoing a period of upheaval. But behind those 360 breathtaking minutes in Mexico lay the unique destinies of 22 players. 39 years have passed, and time has etched different marks on their lives. Some have gone on to become uncrowned kings in management, some have chosen a quiet path after retirement, and others have had to end their journey with immeasurable regret. Let's look back at the tumultuous journey of the players who formed the soul of the Polish national team that year. Zbigniew Boniek was more than just a player. He was an icon, the soul and greatest pride of his nation. At 30, with his distinctive red hair and lightning-fast runs, ZB played the full 360 minutes in Mexico. Although he didn't score any goals in the tournament, his influence was undeniable. While his teammates tirelessly defended, Boniek was the only one who could turn the tide with a skillful dribble or an assist that tore through the opposing defense. His performance at Mexico, 1986, was the image of a strong, capable leader, carrying an entire team undergoing a transitional phase. Boniek's career after 1986 continued to flourish in Italy with AS Roma following his numerous titles with Juventus. He was nicknamed Bello di Notte, Beauty of the Night, for his explosive moments in crucial matches under the stadium lights. After retiring from playing, his life took an equally glorious turn. Boniek became not only a coach, but also a brilliant football administrator, serving as president of the Polish Football Federation, PZPN, for several terms, and later as vice president of UEFA. His personal life is a model of fulfillment, with a stable marriage of over 40 years to his wife Wiesława. He is a decisive man in the world of football politics, but incredibly warm with his family and passionate about horse racing. Most remarkably, the image of a charismatic maestro on the field has strangely mirrored his personal life. In real life, he remains the driving force, the one who led Polish football out of the shadows and into the world. Today, at 69, Zbigniew Boniek is still one of the most powerful voices in European football. Józef Młynarczyk entered the 1986 World Cup as a worthy successor to the legendary Jan Tomaszewski. At 32, a relatively late age for a goalkeeper at the time, he still displayed incredible resilience, starting in all 4 matches. While the defense could be blamed for the 6 goals conceded in the tournament, no one could deny Młynarczyk's spectacular saves against Brazil and Portugal. He was a rock in goal, providing absolute reassurance to his younger teammates with his stoic demeanor and steely resolve. Młynarczyk's journey after Mexico 1986 was truly legendary. He moved to FC Porto, where the Polish goalkeeper reached the pinnacle of world football, winning the European Cup, C1, in 1987, defeating Bayern Munich in a historic final. His life is a testament to relentless effort. A late bloomer, but the most brilliant. After retiring, he continued to contribute to football as a goalkeeping coach, training generations of outstanding goalkeepers for Poland. Off the field, Młynarczyk is a man of few words, living simply and always avoiding the spotlight. It seems the image of a silent hero in goal has become synonymous with his real life. He doesn't need praise, only that he has fulfilled his responsibilities. Today, at 72 years old, Józef Młynarczyk lives a peaceful life, occasionally appearing on the training ground to inspire young goalkeepers, his passion still burning as brightly as it did during those Mexican summer days. Włodzimierz Smolarek at Mexico, 1986, embodied an unyielding fighting spirit. At the age of 28, he scored Poland's only goal of the tournament, a historic goal against Portugal that secured a precious victory. People still remember Smolarek shielding the ball in the corner of the pitch in the final minutes against Portugal, a move full of experience and composure. He wasn't a flashy superstar. He was a killer in the penalty box, a diligent, persistent, and highly effective player. After the World Cup, Smolarek moved to the Netherlands to play and became an idol at Feyenoord and FC Utrecht. He was loved for his sincere personality and absolute professionalism. His life was peaceful with his family, where he devoted himself to nurturing his son Eusebius's, Ebi Smolarek, passion for football, who later also became a star for the national team. His career and life were a continuous flow of dedication. He became involved in youth development at Feyenoord after retiring, always striving for the future of football. In everyone's eyes, Smolarek was a gentle person, always smiling and ready to help the younger generation. However, that glorious and heartwarming journey came to an abrupt end. On March 7, 2012, Włodzimierz Smolarek passed away at his home in his sleep at the age of 54. His death left a huge void in the hearts of Polish and Dutch football fans. His legacy is not just his goal at Mexico 1986 or his dazzling dribbling skills, but also an example of dedication and a footballing spirit that will continue to flow through his son's generation. Stefan Majewski was one of the most important pillars of the Polish defense at his final World Cup. At 30 years old, with his ideal height and sharp game-reading ability, he played the full 360 minutes, displaying extraordinary composure amidst the fiery atmosphere of Mexico. Without flashiness or fanfare, Majewski defended the penalty area with discipline and precise interventions. His performance was the image of a dedicated veteran, ready to sacrifice himself to protect his team's goal. After retiring from the national team following the tournament, Majewski played in Germany before embarking on a professional coaching career. He became one of the most educated strategists in Polish football, having managed many major clubs and even served as interim coach of the national team. His life is a continuation of disciplined thinking and seriousness. Off the field, Majewski is a refined gentleman, deeply knowledgeable about tactics and always upholding professional ethics. It seems the image of a steel defender has carried over into his coaching career. He built teams on a solid foundation and unwavering commitment. Today, at 69, Stefan Majewski continues to contribute to Polish football in his technical management role, living a meaningful life and still respected as a professor in the world of football. At the 1986 World Cup in Mexico, Roman Wojcicki was an irreplaceable element in coach Piwniczek's defensive system. At 28, he was at the peak of his career. With his powerful physique, Wojcicki was a terror to any striker in aerial duels. He played in all 4 matches, silently neutralizing the attacks of strong opponents. Although Poland was eliminated early, Wojcicki personally left his mark with a strong, confident, and fearless style of play. After the tournament, his career was closely tied to German football. Playing for FC Hamburg and Hannover 96, Wojcicki hopes to settle in Germany after retirement, starting a coaching career at lower levels and engaging in sports-related business. He leads a relatively private life, choosing a peaceful path away from the noise of the Polish media. He is a family man, dedicating his time to caring for his children and participating in community activities in his hometown. What is thought-provoking is the contrast between the image of a fierce warrior on the field and a gentle man who prefers a simple life off the field. Today, at 67, Roman Wojcicki enjoys retirement in Germany, occasionally returning to Poland to visit his former teammates and reminisce about his golden era. Marek Ostrowski is a delightful discovery on the wing. At 26, he brings the necessary youth and stamina to an aging Poland team. Playing the full 360 minutes, Ostrowski was tireless, contributing both defensively and offensively. His performance in Mexico demonstrated a courageous spirit, a player who rose to world-class status through extraordinary determination. Ostrowski's career continued to flourish after the World Cup at Pogoń Szczecin, before moving to Austria. He was loved by his teammates for his sincere, kind personality and professionalism. After retiring, he lived a quiet life, rarely appearing in public. He dedicated his time to his family and coaching at local clubs, living on fond memories of his time wearing the national team jersey. However, that ambitious journey came to an abrupt end. On March 6, 2011, Marek Ostrowski passed away in Austria at the age of 51 after suffering from heart problems. His untimely death shocked the Polish football community. His legacy is that of a silent hero, a player who gave his all for his country until his very last moments. Dariusz Dziekanowski, also known as Jackie, he was the greatest hope of Polish youth football at the 1986 World Cup in Mexico. At the age of 23, with his handsome looks and skillful playing style, he was expected to be a worthy successor to Boniek. Dziekanowski played in all 4 matches, showcasing dazzling dribbling and excellent tactical awareness. He was a true artist on the pitch, bringing romance to the somewhat rigid style of play of the team that year. His career path after the tournament led him to Celtic, where he became a legend with a hat trick against Partizan Belgrade. However, Dziekanowski's life was also full of ups and downs, with a flamboyant lifestyle and off-field scandals. He was a strong personality, never succumbing to stereotypes. After retiring, he became a famous and insightful football commentator, unafraid to offer frank opinions. His personal life was turbulent, particularly his marriage, but he always faced them with his inherent elegance and composure. It seems the image of an artist on the field has mirrored his life, brilliant yet full of hardships. Today, at 62, Dariusz Dziekanowski remains one of the leading football experts in Poland, and every step he takes on the pitch of his life is still followed with respect by fans. Jan Urban entered the 1986 World Cup at the age of 24, a promising striker with intelligent play and diverse finishing abilities. Although he only played 3 matches and couldn't help Poland advance further, Urban left his mark as a modern center forward, willing to drop deep and participate in the team's overall play. He wasn't just a quick opportunist. He played with intelligence and finesse. Urban's career truly exploded in Spain with Osasuna, where he scored 3 goals against Real Madrid at the Bernabeu, a feat still talked about today. After retiring from playing, he became one of the most successful coaches in modern Polish football, leading Legia Warsaw to numerous domestic titles. His personal life is stable and private. He is a man of integrity and responsibility. It seems that the image of a silent hero on the pitch has become his lifestyle off the field. Today, at 63, Jan Urban continues to conquer new challenges on the coaching bench, his passion burning as brightly as ever. Waldemar Matysiak plays the role of a sweeper in midfield. At 24 years old, with seemingly endless stamina, he's been dubbed the player with 2 lungs. Matysiak has played 3 matches, tearing up the midfield to thwart opposing attacks. His silent sacrifice is the foundation that allows players like Boniek and Dziekanowski to freely create. His performance is proof of his dedication and absolute sense of responsibility. After the tournament, he went to France to play for AJ Auxerre and then to Germany. Matysiak's career was a straight line of hard work. After retiring, he settled in Germany, involved in youth training, and lived a peaceful life away from the hustle and bustle. He valued health and a healthy lifestyle, serving as an example of perseverance for young players. It's thought-provoking that a player who was always running for others on the field like him chose a quiet and contemplative life off the field. Today, at 63, Waldemar Matysiak is enjoying peaceful days with his family in Germany, still maintaining the toned physique of the steely midfielder he once was. Ryszard Komornicki participated in Mexico 1986 at the age of 26, a central midfielder with a scientific and disciplined playing style. He played in 3 matches, acting as the team's ball distribution hub. While not overly flashy, Komornicki was an important piece in maintaining the team's balance. He played with composure and an excellent ability to read the game. After achieving success with Górnik Zabrze, he moved to Switzerland to play and settle there. Komornicki's coaching career in Switzerland was also very successful, making him one of the most respected experts. His life has been a journey of integration and advancement. Off the field, he is a polite, open-minded person who always looks towards his homeland, Poland. It seems that the image of a playmaker on the field has carried over into his coaching career. He builds the team's playing style with patience and vision. Today, at the age of 65, Ryszard Komornicki continues to be a football expert in Switzerland, living a fulfilling and successful life. Krzysztof Pawlak, at 28 years old, was a quality backup option for Poland in the defense at that tournament. He played in 2 matches, demonstrating a solid and responsible style of play. Pawlak is a man of few words, but many actions, always completing tasks well whenever entrusted with them. His performance in Mexico was a testament to his professionalism and dedication. His post-league career was closely tied to domestic clubs before transitioning to coaching. Pawlak has managed numerous teams in Poland, always admired for his dedication and straightforward personality. His life revolved around the domestic pitches. He chose not to play abroad, preferring to contribute to his homeland's football. He is a family man, living a simple and modest life. Today, at 67, Krzysztof Pawlak remains involved in local football activities, a testament to his enduring love of the sport over the years. Jan Karaś, at the age of 27, was known for his powerful long-range shots. At Mexico, 1986, he played in 3 matches, including a shot that hit the crossbar against Brazil, a moment that, if it had gone in, might have changed history. Karaś was a dynamic attacking midfielder who always thrilled the audience with his audacious finishing. His career after the World Cup took him to Greece and Finland. After retiring, Karaś became involved in youth football coaching in Warsaw. His life is quite simple. He doesn't seek fame but finds joy in teaching shooting skills to young children. He is a nostalgic person, always cherishing mementos from the 1986 World Cup as a part of his soul. It's remarkable that a player with such an explosive playing style lives a very quiet and humble life off the field. Today, at 66, Jan Karaś still occasionally appears in exhibition matches, reminding fans of his thunderous shot from all those years ago. Andrzej Bunkol was one of the most technically gifted Polish midfielders of that generation. At the age of 26, he already had experience from the 1982 tournament. In Mexico, he played 2 matches, showcasing his ball control and masterful playmaking abilities. Bunkol played with the grace of an artist, always finding clever solutions in tight spaces. After 1986, Bunkol moved to Germany to play, culminating in winning the UEFA Cup with Bayer Leverkusen in 1988. He chose to acquire German citizenship and settled there, working in Leverkusen's youth coaching staff for many years. His life has been one of admirable stability. Off the field, Bunkol is calm, intellectual, and extremely professional. He chose a life away from the media, focusing on his work and family. Today, at 65, Andrzej Bunkol enjoys a peaceful life in Germany, still remembered as one of the most talented midfielders in Polish football history. Kazimierz Przybysz participated in the 1986 World Cup at the age of 25, a promising defender for Górnik Zabrze. He played in 2 matches, playing a crucial role in the defensive system. Przybysz played with strength, passion, and was not afraid of physical contact. Although his playing time was not extensive, he demonstrated the character of a Silesian player, resilient and loyal. After the tournament, his career became intertwined with Górnik Zabrze's successes in the domestic league. After retiring, he chose a very simple life in his hometown, far removed from top-level football. He worked in ordinary professions and lived a quiet life with his family. His career was a profound low point, a retired soldier returning to his homeland. Today, at 64, Kazimierz Przybysz lives a peaceful life, occasionally appearing at Górnik's stadium to cheer on his former team, keeping the flame of his passion burning silently. Ryszard Tarasiewicz, at 24 years old, was the new hope of Poland's midfield. Although he only played 1 match in that tournament, his talent was undeniable. Tarasiewicz possessed spectacular free kicks and an incredibly elegant playing style. He embodied the new generation of Polish players, modern and highly creative. His career flourished in Switzerland and France after 1986. When he transitioned to coaching, Tarasiewicz also achieved great success in Poland, leading several teams to promotion and national cup wins. His life has been a long journey of dedication to football. Off the field, he is a straightforward, strong-willed individual who always pursues an attacking football philosophy. Today, at 63, Ryszard Tarasiewicz is still diligently working on the coaching bench, each step reflecting the passionate style of a true maestro. Dariusz Kubicki is a young, fast defender. At 23, he's just beginning his journey and has already played 1 match in Mexico. Kubicki plays modern, courageous football and is always willing to push forward. His brief performances are a promise of a bright future. His career later took off internationally when he moved to England to play for Sunderland and Aston Villa. He became one of the rare Polish players to achieve success in the early Premier League. After retiring, he became a seasoned coach. His life has been a constant journey, moving from Eastern Europe to Western Europe. Off the field, Kubicki is a strong, decisive, and visionary individual. Today, at 62, Dariusz Kubicki continues to contribute to football in various roles, his passion still burning brightly.